Mas aquela tão bela e singela e nem dá. Por quê? Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida cantar. Nunca no mesmo lugar, seja sozinho a dois. O resto eu vejo depois.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Toronto Raptors. Checking out Toronto, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And one of the guys we'll be seeing tonight is Al Horford. He's not a flashy guy by any means. Has never gotten all that much national media love. But, Shaq, wouldn't you say he is as solid a post player as you'll find?
You know, he doesn't do anything with flash and doesn't have the big contract, but he plays like it. I just want to say muchas gracias, papi. He's from Dominican Republic.
Oh, muy bien. Well, he does everything you want a post player to do. I mean, honestly, he passes the basketball. He can handle it off a rebound. He moves it, post moves. He does have to, he's improved his outside shot. But the only thing.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You can feel the energy here in Air Canada Center. The Raptors looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. Ready? And so off the tip, it's Boston. Now Bradley. Dishes it to Johnson. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And here's Toronto. We're taking a look at Avery Bradley. His career's been kind of up and down, Greg. Started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up right now for the Celtics. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Horford is out there with Amir Johnson. And it's Crowder in at the small forward spot.
Al Horford impeding the defense there with the solid screen.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
Misses the three. Boston on D. The dish to DeRozan. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
And, you know, getting back to Avery Bradley, he's been dynamite the last 2 years. He's finally found consistency with the mid-range jumper and plays a complete game of basketball. With just a little more seasoning, I really feel like the sky's the limit.
They get the rebound. Crowder kicks to Johnson. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Johnson's got 6.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Celtics have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Thomas gets a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And the Raptors off to a slow start. 6-point game.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
Got that one up quick. Crowder's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
It's stolen by Carroll. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Bradley with some nice D.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And Toronto had a strong season against the East last year. They would end up with 33 wins against their own conference and earn that 4 seed in the East.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
Now here's Thomas. Pass to Horford. He feeds it to Crowder. Thomas against Lowry. Horford sets a screen for Thomas. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Celtics ball.
Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Crowder. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Crowder's got 6.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Raptors trail by 12. It's tipped. Here's Thomas. Oh, that's blocked. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Shot from 12. Misses off the right iron.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Avery Bradley. Well, I'm sure you guys have heard this, that the nickname that has been given to DeMarre Carroll, the Junkyard Dog, I think it's apropos. Kid drafted out of Missouri back in the 2009 draft.
Yeah, and he actually had to show perseverance to hang around as he bounced around a bit. But I think he's found a home now.
The Celtics making a switch here. Smart's checked in. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Now here's Valanciunas. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game, and he gets it to go.
And Carroll, an energy player who's developed a reliable three-point stroke. I mean, he can also hurt you in transition. He's got terrific size and athleticism, and he also really knows how to play without the basketball.
Here's Johnson, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got 10 points.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Now here's Carroll. At the elbow, Sullinger. Outside DeRozan. 5 on the clock. Leans from outside. They get it back. Sullinger passes to Valanciunas. Lowry has the open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Lowry's got his first 3 points of the game.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And Carroll, by advanced stats, one of the most productive small forwards in our league. I mean, one thing I like, even as he's developed into a three-point threat, he still has an instinct for cutting to the rim off the ball when his defender turns his head. I mean, one of the things I think that allows his team to be so good is his understanding of how to play the game.
And here's Smart following Kyle Lowry's three. Thomas a screen on DeRozan. Now here's Crowder. Sullinger defends that jam. Wow. I mean, just beautiful.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. DeRozan's shot is good.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Smart kicks to Horford. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Horford's got his first points of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Way too many shots.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
And Toronto making a change here. Ross is checked in. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Second chance shot, and it's sent back by Horford. And Thomas, here we go. Feeds to Crowder. To the paint. They get a hand on it. Ross with the steal. Now running. There comes Lowry pushing the ball up. The shot no good. And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about their great fans. A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
Yeah, just the way they've been able to pound that backboard. I think that's been the difference.
Establishment of a good low post presence, a big part of the success.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Smart and Bradley the guards. Jay Crowder out there with Yarebko, and it's Olynyk in at the center, filling out the middle. He's whistled for the 5-second back to the basket violation. Boston making a switch here. Green's checked in. Celtics leading by 12. The Celtics really seemed to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
The Raptors shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. They get the rebound. Sullinger. And the layup's good off the glass. Sullinger's got his second basket of the night.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Snatched up. Smart. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. The pass to Yarebko. Outside, Green. Sullinger brings the double team. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Raptors trail by 13. Three-pointer, Lowry kept alive. And it's Carroll in the corner. And the 3 off target. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here's Bradley. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Bradley's got his second basket.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
And the thing with Kelly Olynyk, he does some stuff that really helps you, and some also that will hurt. I mean, he's highly skilled. He's got the deep range, textbook positioning in terms of the post. A lot of tricky moves down there. Yet he has a hard time being effective against great athletes, which the NBA is filled with. So he's going to have to evolve as a basketball player if he wants to be effective.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
And again, Toronto no up. Celtics leading by 17. Smart dishes to Bradley. And 2 free throws coming up. As he misses that one, drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Well, and back to Kelly Olynyk. As a coach, you have to identify the matchups where he can be effective, because Clark is against explosive long limb guys. They'll take advantage of him.
Yeah, they will, but in the right matchup, he's effective. He can help. He makes 35% of his threes, has done that for the last 2 years. And I think he gives you some toughness and rebounding as well. I like him as a second unit player. Already, he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
Rozier, he's checked in for the Celtics. Toronto with the ball, trailing by 19. Three-pointer. And it's DeRozan missing.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Here's Yarebko. He's guarded by Ross. The shot's good from Yarebko.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Here's Ross, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Yarebko, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Yarebko's got 4 points now in the quarter. Raptors trail by 21. On the wing, Green. While recovering, the drive by Green. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Yarebko, the pass to Smart. Lots of room. And Olynyk with the basket on the assist from Smart. Smart's got his third assist on the night. Here's Sullinger, powered down after the assist, let him into the lane.
I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
No, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay,
guys, that was just
I'll buy that for now.
a good old-fashioned chin check right there.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Al Horford's checked in for Yarebko, and Jake Crowder's subbed in for Green. Pick by Horford. Now here's Crowder. Carroll covering. He used that pick to get in close. Crowder's got 13.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
Well, so far for Coach Brad Stevens, the Celtics have had nothing but praise for their outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the credit for that.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Pick by Horford. Smart, wide open, he fires. From outside, off the mark. And part of the reason why the Celtics are ahead of schedule in the rebuild is because of Coach Brad Stevens. He has everyone on the same page.
You know what? You talk around the league about Coach Stevens, and other coaches are just astounded by his work ethic. People around the league think he's already a top coach and could be one of the greats by the time he's done if he stays at the professional level.
Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for Rozier. They set the pick. Horford kicks to Crowder. It's stolen by Lowry. Crowder with the steal. Horford high post. The second chance effort. Olynyk can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Celtics leading by 23. Here's Smart. Pass to Olynyk. He kicks to Smart. Pass to Thomas. The feed to Olynyk. The shot is off. So as we...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Out in front at the half is Boston. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, let's go to you. Your opinion on their game so far. And now, folks, it's just about time for the third.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. And the players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific. Basketball in store for us tonight.
Looking at the game for Crowder, he's got 13 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Jared Sullinger is out there with Terrence Ross, and it's Carroll in at the three. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. And watching Amir Johnson Clark, he seems so casual about silently destroying opponents in the paint, and he's carried that air about him almost his entire career.
You know what? He's rarely had plays called for him, Kevin. He doesn't produce a bunch of highlights, but he's really potent. I mean, one of the league's best at defending opponents at the rim, grabbing in-traffic rebounds. Those both are valuable assets.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Carroll, no one around him. They grabbed their own miss. Three-pointer, Lowry, and that one's good. Lowry's got 9 points.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Thomas kicks to Johnson. Celtics passing it around. Lowry against Thomas. Johnson at the elbow. Just 5 to shoot. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 4 assists now tonight.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And, of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
Outside Lowry from deep three-point range, and they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter.
Timeout. Boston timeout call.
Start it.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Double team on Thomas. Horford. And it's good. Horford's got his second bucket tonight. Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of steals, given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Bradley. 15 points for Johnson.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
And it's the Celtics ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. To the inside. Horford's shot is good. Horford's got 6.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Johnson against Zellinger. Outside Bradley. And there's Thomas with the 3. The shot misses. Now Toronto takes it the other way.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Johnson kicks to Bradley. And Al Horford again. Horford's got 8.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jerebko's checked in for Boston. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. No good. Good D by Zellinger. Toronto's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Bradley kicks to Horford. Gets an open look and hits. Horford's got 8 here in the quarter.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Three-pointer, Lowry, and that one's good.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Lowry against Thomas. In the corner, Crowder with it. Down low. The shot's good from Jerebko. Jerebko's got 6 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Mark, one thing about Kyle Lowry, he has a bulldog mentality. We saw that from his days at Villanova.
No question about that, and I love that about him. He's very simple, not really flashy, just consistently beats the rock. He wears his opponents down.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And he gets the bucket. Lowry's got 13 points now in the quarter.
And talking about Lowry, going to Toronto was a godsend for him. I mean, he had clashed with a number of coaches early in his career. His hard-headedness had been working against him. But in Toronto, he learned how to buy into a system and save the wrath for his opponent. The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Here's DeRozan. Another miss by DeRozan.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Free throw good, Crowder. And the Celtics making a change here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Here's Olynyk. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Olynyk's got his second basket of the night. 6 seconds left in the third. And it's sent back by Horford. 1 second left. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Boston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Brown. Then it's Zeller. Then there's Gerald Green. And it's Rozier in at the point guard. It's Brown with the drive. Takes the 3. And there's Green on the assist by Brown. Green's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Boston. Fires from the corner. And the shot falls short this time.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Brown. Makes it off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And Tyler Zeller is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Teams first.
Here's DeRozan.
The defense has really gotten into his head a little bit here. He's not playing with any kind of confidence right now.
Wasted no time on that one.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's Sullinger. finished off the break.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
The Celtics have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's Olynyk, and again it's Boston converting.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team. And guys, Gerald Green looked to be out of the NBA at one point in his career, but since coming back from Russia, he has completely reinvented himself as a player.
That's good from Green. And for Gerald Green, and him reinventing himself, really was just known as a dunker before heading overseas.
You know, Kevin, he came back with a better shot and a better understanding of how to win as a player. Strange to think that there was a time that he couldn't find a way onto an NBA roster.
The shot by Carroll, no good.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.